Hi guys, welcome. Today is National Pierogi Day and you cannot go about that day without making pierogi. So I am going to make pierogi with meat, but you can make pierogi with whatever filling you want. So this is the wonderful dish that you can make them sweet, you can make them savory, and they are just, whatever you want that day, you can make for your taste. They can be spicy, they don't have to be spicy, they can be sweet, they don't have to be sweet, they can be sour. So this is very nice dish, and you can put inside whatever you want. So today I have pierogi with meat. So I am going to show you how to make the basic easy dough for pierogi, for which you need 3 cups of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, hot water, approximately 280 mLs, and then you need 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and I used olive oil for my dough. So you just have your flour in a big mixing bowl. I usually mix salt with the water and olive oil with the water. So hot water with 4 tablespoons of olive oil and 1/2 spoon teaspoon of salt, and then add that hot water to your flour. Mix it with the spoon at the beginning, and then when it is kind of cool down a little bit, start kneading the dough with your hands. And this is going to take maybe 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. It depends how fast your hands are working. The dough has to be one solid mass, and that beautiful ball of dough is 1/3 of the whole dough from the proportions I gave you. So what you do with the dough after you finish, okay, let me put the stuff back. Okay, so the dough, when you have the portion of the dough from 3 cups of flour, you're going to make maybe like one nice roll of it, and then cut the dough in 3 parts. Take one part out, and the rest leave it on the table, covered with either a little linen kitchen towel, or maybe a cellophane wrap, the plastic wrap. So the dough, I have 1/3 of the dough on my table, so I'm going to flatten it as much as possible. Well, I already have it rolled, so I'm not going to show you how to roll the dough. So let me just take my beautiful flat dough. Look how thin it is. So I have nice thin dough for my pierogi, and I'm using just a little cup. That's not little cup, but maybe 5-inch in diameter cup, which I'm going to use to cut the circles for my pierogis. So I'm going to, oops, it is sticking to the cup. Okay, so after you cut your whole piece of the dough, the whole sheet with the round circles, you just put them aside, and the little pieces that you have save them. At the end you can use them to make another little ball out of the dough and make a few more pierogis at the end. So this portion that I have, it's supposed to yield approximately maybe 35, maybe 40 of little pierogis, and it depends how big circles you're going to cut out. Okay, and that way okay, so I have my filling for pierogi done, and it is waiting for me in the fridge. And for the filling, I have 1/2 pound of chicken breast with 1/2 pound of pork mixed together, and I added a lot of green onions and some parsley and garlic, and then salt and pepper to taste. I also fried some onion. I think for that portion I had approximately 1 medium-sized onion that I fried on olive oil, and this is going to give me that oniony taste in my pierogi filling. And this mixture of meat I'm going to put inside of my pierogis, and I will just show you how to fold them and make the beautiful shape of pierogis. So each little circle of the dough, I'm going to try to even stretch it more so I can easily put my filling inside. So I put maybe 1 spoon. It depends how big your circles are. You put in the middle of the circle of the dough, fold it in half, and start squeezing both sides of the dough with your fingers. And then I start from the top and start kind of folding the dough around to make that beautiful edge. And I'm going to put that little pierog aside, and I'm going to cover it with linen kitchen towel so it doesn't dry out. And then after I have few of the pierogis made, I'm going to cook them in a boiling water for maybe 10 minutes, and they will be ready to eat. And again, fold in half, squeeze the edges, and start folding the dough to make that beautiful fancy edge. Okay, and that way the filling stays inside. And you have to repeat that till you run out of the dough or you run out from the filling. And if you have too much of the filling or too much of the dough you can cut into small pieces, and you can make pasta out of it. This is the pasta dough actually. And if you have too much of the filling with the meat, you can make kotlety mielone. So you can fry the filling on the pan and eat the kind of meaty parts with potatoes, for example, for dinner. Okay, so I have one more here. And I have few pierogi in my pot already, and they are ready to be removed from the water. So I will remove them in 1 second. And I will show you how they look after cooking. You can serve them with fried onions or fried onions and bacon. You can fry them the next day, or you can fry them even the same day and serve them fried. It depends how you like them. So let me move to my pot with pierogis, and they are ready. They are already floating on top of the water, so I'm going to remove them. So you need to have some slotted spoon to remove them, so you don't have that water on your platter. And you boil your pierogi maybe 10 minutes, 12. It depends how fast they start floating on top, and it depends what your filling is. So I used meat, raw meat, so I want my pierogi to boil them for longer time. And if you have different filling, you can decide how long you want to cook your pierogis. And the water for boiling pierogis has to be just salted, like you would salt your water for pasta. And that way your pierogis are going to be tasty. Okay, I think I have 2 small platter for that batch. Okay. Beautiful, they are ready. It smells so nice in the kitchen. Okay, so that is, oops, okay. So I have my onions fried. So I'm going just to sprinkle some onions on top of the pierogi. And they are going to be ready to eat. Okay, I don't know if you can see how beautiful they look. Let me remove that raw dough from here. Beautiful, tasty, and so easy to make. And I remember from home when we were kids, we would make pierogi very often. So as kids, that was fun for us to help mom with, rolling the dough, and making actually the dough was half of the fun, or part of the fun, because you could just so good. You could just make yourself dirty and white from the flour, and just play. And after that, it was, you were rewarded with delicious pierogi. So I have my pierogi. Excellent, but hot. So be careful, don't eat them straight from the pot. Very good, delicious. You can taste the garlic, you can taste the onion and green onion as well. The dough, very soft, delicious. And the fried onion on top of it is just, Okay, So I made my pierogi for National Pierogi Day. How about you? Try the recipe. If you have any questions, maybe I can explain, or maybe I can help you. And have some fun with making pierogies. Bye. Thank you for watching. Bye.